It's finally time to go back to Disney World. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessi, also known as Miss Cherry, but if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here today. I have a video today where we are going to announce our solo trip to Disney World. So I was going to give you a little bit of details about that and tell you kind of like what to expect and those sorts of things. But first, I need to put a disclaimer out there and say I'm so sorry for being MIA for about a month. I have had an extremely busy time at work and it was really all-consuming, but that's part of the reason why I decided to have a solo trip. So a couple of weeks ago, I was having some really stressful times. I've had a lot going on in my life, and if you want to hear more about that, I will link that video up above and down below with a 2024 update. But I just decided, I'm like, I really think that I need to take some time and take a moment for myself and go do something fun or go somewhere or do something. And so the gremlin in me got on the internet and went to the Disney World website, and I got 35% off with an annual pass discount for a Disney resort for 6 nights. And I said, you know what? I think it's about time for me to take a solo trip to Disney World. So that was 2 weeks ago. So I haven't had much time to plan, but what I will say is that I have been to Disney World before where I didn't travel down Disney World, but I met up with other people. I've done that several times. But this time I'm not meeting up with anyone. So that's where this is really going to differ when it comes to like how things are going to go during this trip, which is going to be really interesting. And I'm so curious if you've taken a solo trip, what it's been like. I would love to know what your feelings are on it. And don't worry, I'm going to be taking you guys along because I don't think that solo trips are documented enough. So let's talk about when I'm going to be there. I am going to be there this upcoming Sunday, which is the 16th through the 22nd. I'm going to be staying at a value resort, and I know I said this in a previous vlog that I was never, ever, ever going to use Mears transportation again, but I lied. I guess times have changed. I decided that I really didn't want to spend the money to have a car because I'm really gonna be or try to be in the Disney bubble as much as possible. And so what I decided to do was take Mears transportation just because it was so inexpensive to the resorts. I will link Mears information down below. I had a poor experience back in, I think it was 2021, where they loaded like 15 of us into a large church van, and I got so incredibly car sick. It was awful. But I feel like because I'm going to a value resort, but before I was going to Swan and Dolphin Hotel, just so you know. But this time, since I'm going to a value, I feel like value resorts are so popular that it would be very difficult or very surprising if they were to not put us on a bus. And that was part of the reasoning behind why I decided to do this. Because the last experience was a challenge and it really turned me off to the Mears Connect. But this particular instance, I think we're going to be okay. I definitely think we're going to be on a bus, thank goodness. Even though buses can be questionable because I just get car sick kind of everywhere. But I will have an air vent if I'm on a bus, like right above me. So anyway, we're going to try it again. Fingers crossed we're going to get a bus, because if not, I'm going to riot. I'm actually probably going to leave and be like, I'll just get an Uber. I would love to know what your recent experience with Mears Connect has been, and if you've been placed on a church van. Kind of cool. So when I got my reservation for the resort, they also had an add-on to add on the Disney dining plan. And I had never really thought about doing that. And so since I'm going to be there by myself, I was like, you know what? Why not? So I got the quick service dining plan, which is 2 quick service meals and a drink, as well as 1 snack per day. And I thought that that was going to be a really fun little addition to my trip. Also takes away a little bit of, I wouldn't necessarily say stress, but I would say it adds convenience to my trip because I don't really have to worry about food, which is kind of nice. And so while I'm there, we are gonna go to all of the parks. I'm there for 6 days in total and one evening when I arrive. I'll get there on Sunday midday. So I'll be going into the parks on Sunday. And so I would say 6.5 days. I may be able to go into the parks the day that I leave, depending on how tired I am, because you know how it is to be at Disney. And so my plan was to go to all 4 parks, and then I wanted to double up on Epcot and double up on Magic Kingdom if I could, just because I love those parks so much. So there will definitely be some park hopping going on. And also I decided, I know it's kind of crazy, but I'm going to do the 4 parks in 1 day challenge. Now I've done this on the channel before, and it was one of my most favorite memories of going to Disney. And I did it with, oh my God, Jessica, I'm sure you remember her. If you've been to the channel before, I will link that video above and down below. I will never forget that day. It was so much fun. And so how I'm treating this challenge this time is, the criteria is, when you go into the park, you need to take a picture with the main emblem, which, you know, Epcot Ball, Tree of Life, Castle, and then the Chinese Theater. So we'll, you know, do all of those. Then you need to meet a character. You will need to ride a ride, and you have to get a snack at each of the parks. I'm very fortunate in that the resort that I'm staying at has early magic hours on the particular day that I chose. And so I am going to be able to get into Animal Kingdom at 7:30 in the morning, which is going to give me a massive, massive advantage. Last time, we were not able to get on the road as early because we didn't have extra magic hours. So I'm really excited to see kind of like what this challenge holds for us. I'm going to be ending at Magic Kingdom. That's my goal, because I would really love to be able to see Happily Ever After at the end of my 4 parks in 1 day challenge. Wouldn't that be so cool? Oh my gosh. That would be like the ultimate treat. And then I had another idea, because this trip is kind of about doing like all the things that I've always, but like I want to do, or maybe have always wanted to do. And one of the things that I recently kind of have fixated on is I really want to try that bake shop that's on the boardwalk. I think it's called the Cake Bake Shop. And they have this like funfetti cake that is like insane. And funfetti cake is like my ultimate most favorite cake. I have it on my birthday every single year of my entire life. I don't think it's ever been skipped. And so I thought that maybe if I can time it right, go to fireworks, hop on the bus to the boardwalk, and then get to the Cake Bake Shop with hopefully enough time to get a piece of cake to celebrate the entire challenge that I did that day, which would be super duper cool. So we will see. We will see. That's kind of like ultimate goal. A couple of cool things are happening while I'm there that I definitely want to talk to you about. So not only are we doing 4 parks in 1 day, I'm going to be there during St. Patrick's Day, which is super cool. Never been there during like a holiday like that, or like a celebration like that. I'm so curious. Do you know if there's anything that goes on? I saw that there's some specialty treats, but I didn't really see any information of like if they have anything special. So if you know, please let me know down below. I'm so curious. And I'm hoping to get a pin. That's what I'm really hoping to get too, because that would be kind of cool to get like a little, you know, St. Patrick's Day pin, since I'm going to be there for St. Patrick's Day. The other thing is that it is Flower and Garden Festival. So you probably know my favorite festival of all is Festival of the Arts. And unfortunately, the last 2 years just haven't gone my way, and both of my trips have gotten canceled. And so I'm very excited to be able to go to Flower and Garden. I spent some time there with my husband last year, and it was a very, very fun. We had a fabulous time. And I know that there's some new treats at Flower and Garden. One of them I'm really excited about. It's like called a trio of dips. It's got these like homemade potato chips, and then it has like a feta dip, minto dip, and an onion dip. Yeah, so there's like 3 different dips, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I just love chips and dip. It's like my favorite treat, and so I'm very excited to try that. Obviously, violet lemonade is such a lovely drink, and so that's gonna be amazing. Plus, they have a new Moana and Maui and Pua and Hey Hey topiary that's gonna be really cool to see. So there's just quite a lot of fun things going on at Epcot right now, which is gonna be such a treat to go and see. So that will be a lot of fun. And then I owe it to myself because I've been so incredibly busy. My goal is to do at least a half day where I relax at the pool, if not a full day. And I really need to do that just to take care of myself because I've really been going super duper hard. I've been super busy at work, and I've had just a lot of stress, and I'm trying to like give myself back a little R&R, a little bit of time. And so pool time is definitely in my future. And the resort that I'm staying at, I really love the pool. So I'm very excited to be able to go back to that pool. Also, I know that this is a solo trip, but something that's really helped me is knowing that I'm going to be able to bring you guys along with me. So I'm going to be vlogging travel day as well as 4 parks in one day and a day at Epcot Flower and Garden. And then if I get the bug to vlog or bring you guys with me, if I'm feeling a little bit lonely, I may bring you along on the other days. I'm not sure, but I do know that those 3 vlogs are definitely going to be something that's going to be coming up in the near future. Also, tomorrow, right before I leave, I am doing a full pack with me video, so be on the lookout for a pack with me video. I'll be putting up new content over on TikTok as well as Instagram, so if you want to follow along or come along on this really crazy solo adventure, which I'm a little bit nervous about, be sure to follow me over there. And I'm just so excited to be able to share this with you. I'm so excited for a break, and I'm so excited to be a part of the magic again. So it couldn't come soon enough. But that is all today. Sorry, it's a little bit of a shorter video, but I can't wait to take you guys back to Disney World with me. I love you so much. Thank you for being so patient with me. And I'm just so excited. So I will see you guys in Disney World. Wait, no, you'll see me in Pack with Me. Then in Disney World. TTFN. Bye.